Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. By the time you're seeing this video, I've already been to visit my father in Phoenix, Arizona, and am now back home in Dallas, Texas. I want to chat with you guys today about some things I observed on how my dad lives a healthy life as an 86-year-old or young senior in the Phoenix, Arizona area. Let me get right into it. My father is 6'1" or a little bit over 6'1", and I'd never considered him really overweight, but the doctor said, hey, your sugar's a smidge high, and you are about, he thought about 20 pounds, 25 pounds overweight. Well, my father weighed, he's 6'1.5", right around there. And he weighed in the 230s, maybe upper 230s. And the doctor said he'd like to see my dad get down to 200 pounds. He said the best thing to do is eliminate sugar. How many times have we heard that one? So that's pretty much what my dad did. He actually got a little bit on the thin side. He got down to 190. The doctor said, yeah, that's a little small for you and your bone structure. So now he weighs a little less than 200 pounds right now. I've never seen my dad that small before, but I never thought of him as overweight due to his height. But I noticed that his stomach is completely flat. So this is what my dad has done to keep a healthy life. Not all of these are food related, and this is from me observing him. The first thing is, if you wanted to bake something or you wanted to have some sugar in your coffee, he has no sugar in the house. If you want some chocolatey goodness, you need to go somewhere else because you're not going to find it at my dad's house. He doesn't generally have desserts around the house, so that's number one. Okay, number two, another thing I notice is he eats generally twice a day. He doesn't think about food all the time. He generally eats when he gets up or a little bit after he gets up. And then he'll eat again. He doesn't really eat lunch, and he'll eat again for the last time at about 4-ish or so. And then he goes to bed around 10 o'clock. And then he gets up around 5. So I was getting up around 5 o'clock too while I was visiting him. But that's pretty much what he does. So he only eats a couple times a day. The next thing is he starts his day with a protein, usually makes eggs, so he starts with that in the morning. He doesn't generally eat cereals and things like that. And with that also, he doesn't snack very often. He may have some popcorn and things like that, but he doesn't do a lot of snacking. Basically, he just has cut out a lot of the sugars. He generally drinks mostly water. If he drinks coffee, he drinks it black, which, I'm not a fan of. I actually didn't drink any coffee while I was there. And so I'm not saying he never treats himself or has a little sweet or something like that, but if so, he may eat a little bit of it and then donate the rest to neighbors. Another thing is he goes to the gym, I would say almost every single day, and he works out on the machines and treadmill, and so he does that. And this is the big thing. Now, this is getting away from physical health, and I think this is important. My dad is very independent. He does not want anyone doing anything for him at all. If he doesn't know something, he is resourceful and he'll find out the answer. But if he can figure out a way to do it himself, he'll do it. His eyesight isn't as good as it used to be. So what he does is he has a projection screen and he just puts things underneath there so he can read it. So he basically figures out a way to make things work for him, doesn't give excuses, and like he has a cell phone, a smartphone. He may not know everything. If he doesn't know something, he'll go up to the cell phone place where he got a cell phone and talk to them, and they'll show him, and then he figures it out. He'll put it under his projection screen so he can see something bigger. He uses the features he needs, and he doesn't have features on his phone that he doesn't need. He tries to keep things simple and basic. So that's another way. So I would say that means that lower stress. He does every single thing for himself. All his ironing, cooking, cleaning, any repair that he is able to do himself, he does himself. And also, last but not least, he helps all of his neighbors. Like my father can still lift heavy things. I notice a lot of the other seniors that live around him, they can't lift something heavy. My father's still able to do that. And so he helps a lot of people in the neighborhood, and I think it's wonderful. So he's always there willing to lend a helping hand to everybody, and he stays quite busy doing that. So all of these things have kept him independent. I kept offering to help to do things like, oh, Dad, I can clean, I can do this. Except for making a breakfast casserole while I was there, he didn't want me doing anything. He likes doing it himself, he told me. He said it keeps him busy and it gives him a purpose. So these are how my 86-year young father stays healthy and keeps his mind active and busy. If you are a senior citizen, I'd love to know some tips and tricks of your lifestyle and how you stay healthy in all areas, not just eating, but how you keep your mind healthy too. That's all I have to say for now. I love you, I appreciate you, and I sure hope to see you on tomorrow morning's video. Bye-bye.